Daddy.
Good morning, everybody. Avi, you want to say good morning? Changing our camera angle up. It's been 1 year since we moved here, and it's been a full year. It's been a lot, and we're wanting to kind of look back on what that year has been like and some of the things that we experienced, some of our favorite things and some of our challenges. And so we're going to share some of those things. What's your favorite thing from last year since we moved to Norway? We've been here 1 whole year. What's your favorite thing so far?
Kosovo.
Kosovo. I liked Kosovo too. It was pretty cool. So we went to Kosovo as a family on outreach. It was a crazy 3 weeks, but again, it was also had some sweet highlights, and it's crazy to go to another country as a family.
So one of my favorite things from this last year is that the kids learn Norwegian and they actually speak another language fairly well, especially Bella. And it's so cool to see your kids be in another culture and be able to speak another language. I mean, it kind of blows my mind because I see them talking to Norwegians and they're having full conversations and I have no idea what they're saying. So I've got to learn Norwegian. But it's been a cool experience for the kids, and it's fun getting, as a parent, to watch them experience that.
So there have been quite a few highlights and things that I've loved about being here in Norway and being overseas. And the first one of those things I would say is that I've always loved being in new places, experiencing new things, and so just the adventure of getting to learn a new culture, getting to visit places in Europe, getting to go to Asia for the first time, you know, and kind of coupled with that is getting to tell stories and take my camera to these places, take my drone and fly, you know, over Kosovo. And there's some just really beautiful places and people and things that I've gotten to do this year, and you know, it's just a huge highlight of getting to live this lifestyle. Obviously comes with its challenges, but that's definitely a huge highlight for me.
So the second thing that I really love about this last year is the fact that our family got to spend a lot of time outdoors. We spent a lot of time climbing mountains and riding bikes and swimming and playing in the snow, and sledding, all that kind of stuff. And it's not something that we did as much back in the States, and it's a very beautiful country here, but a lot of Norway, like, they just spend so much time outdoors. Like, that's just kind of the cultural thing. People are always outdoors. So I really enjoyed getting to do that as a family, and we've done it all year.
One of the things that I'm very thankful for and excited about is just the house that God's provided for us. This house here is amazing. It's huge, and it's just really a blessing to be able to come home to and to be so close to the base. And we're just really thankful that we get to live here. Avi is not quite able to tell you, but one of his favorite things about being in Norway are the berries. He's eating some red currant right now, but he loved the raspberry season and the blueberries when we went hiking, along with his siblings.
Daddy, good job! Your
Favorite things about being in Norway?
chocolate!
Chocolate.
Whoa.
And then the third thing that I've loved about this last year is getting to work with a lot of youth in Norway. About halfway through the year, we had a big youth conference called Cruisen that they had here at our base, and Phil and I got to speak at that and just interact a lot with the youth, and it was one of the more impactful things that I've done since I've been here, and just really enjoyed how easy it was to, like, connect with teenagers. And even though they were from another culture, they spoke English, so it was easy to communicate. And yeah, I just really loved it. We've gotten to work with a lot of youth. I mean, it's YWAM, so there's a lot of youth that come through here, and so I really enjoyed that.
I think the one other thing that I've really just been thankful for in this last year is just the way that God has led me through this year. There's been a lot of challenges. There's been a lot of things that I'm like, man, I don't know if I have what it takes. And He's just provided grace in every circumstance. I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot about who I am and my gifting. I've been stretched and challenged. I've made mistakes, and it's been a good year. And you know, the DTS has really put me in a position where I had to kind of stop and look at my relationship with God, stop and pay attention to God, and stop walking in such a busy lifestyle and focusing so much on work, and that has put me in a position where I've grown a lot, and I'm really thankful.
So one of the hardest things for me here has been, really it was just doing DTS with kids. It's just a really fast-paced schedule and a lot of things to do, and our base did an amazing job trying to help us and work with us as a family, but it's just hard. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of learning how to be flexible, and kids' sleeping schedules, and they get tired and they need naps and they need to eat, have snacks, and just being able to remember. And it was a really long 9 months. I'm really excited to say that we've done a DTS, but I'm glad it's over. And I think that anyone can do a DTS with kids, but know that you're what you're committing to. So anyway, that was really hard.
I think one of the biggest challenges for me personally, being here in Norway, is just getting used to a whole new world. I mean, this is a different place, and you don't realize when you're living in your own country over years how much time you spend learning where to shop, how to shop, where to get a good deal, what you like, what you don't like. And when you come to a new country, you don't know the stores, you don't know the currency, you don't know what it is that's available or where you can go get it. And even getting somewhere in a car can be a challenge if you don't have a car, if you are learning how to drive or you don't have a license, like I don't have a license right now. And so all those things become a challenge. And so the normal everyday life of just buying things, food, clothes, getting a cell phone, paying your bills, those things become challenges, and it's all new, and a lot of times it's in Norwegian, and the people here are super helpful, and we've figured out a lot of stuff, and we know a lot more now than we did a year ago, but it wasn't easy, and at times it was very frustrating, just being honest.
And then the last thing that's been really hard is I really miss home. I miss Texas, I miss my friends, I miss my church, I miss all the people that I'm close to, and my family and Phil's family, and just things that I'm familiar with, whether it's shopping in stores or whether it's the kind of food we cook, or you can cook some things here that are similar, but it's still not the same. And miss my minivan, and I miss just everything that was normal and familiar, and everything that I have been used to my whole life. And so you know that's gonna happen, but when it actually hits you and it just stays with you for a long time, it's just really, really hard. And I definitely still feel that way, even a year out. Still really miss home, and really miss all of it. So it's been hard.
I think my biggest challenge this year has been, being with Tasha. She has struggled with being here, and there's been challenges that she's worked through, and knowing how to support her, knowing how to empathize with the struggle she has, while oftentimes not experiencing it myself. And my reality is oftentimes created by my words, and if I say things are good, then they are. If I say things are bad, then they are. And so it's hard sometimes to know how to balance that. When do you say, get over yourself and have a positive attitude, be joyful? When do you say, I'm sorry that life sucks? And when do you say nothing and just listen? And I think I've struggled to do that well, and I think I've struggled internally myself, knowing, am I experiencing good things or bad things? And it's a challenge. Complaining can be easy, and I think that's been a big challenge for me, is knowing how to support Tasha well in the midst of moving to a new country. Well, there you go, 1 year down in Norway, and there are a lot of challenges, but we're also very thankful, and I'm excited about a lot of things this next year.
Yeah, we get to start work next week, both of us.
Yeah.
Which is really exciting.
Bella's gonna go to the first grade starting on Monday.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what it's like to be staff with YWAM. We're excited.
So we're a family that lives in Norway. We're trying to live and tell our story well.
And we want you guys to join us. This is your story too. Be sure to come along with us every week. Let us know what your in the comments what your favorite part of this last year was, either for you or from the vlog. And next time we'll talk about the
kids and screen time.
Kids and screen time. Be sure to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll see you guys next time.